All right, it is a conversation many parents cannot avoid. When is it time for that first phone?
Nowadays, that means smartphones. Of course, you decide if or when the time is right for your child, but experts say there are simple ways to be safe and smart when it comes to smartphones and kids. Back in the day, buying your kid his first baseball glove sure was a lot easier. When fifth grader Owen Johnson asked his parents for his first smartphone, Mom and Dad thought about it long and hard.
He had shown us with other things he had, tablets, whatever, that he could be responsible. So we just felt comfortable that he could handle the responsibility of not losing it, but also using it in a proper way.
Owen joined a growing trend in America. In fact, research indicates nearly 60% of kids ages 8 through 12 already have their own phone. 37% of kids ages 12 to 17 have a smartphone, a number that has climbed 23% just since 2011. The numbers go up every year, and for Owen, his smartphone came with certain conditions.
He knows we can look at his messages, his emails, his internet history, and that's just one of the rules that comes along with having a phone.
But not all parents keep such a close eye on things. Madison College IT expert Michael Messino says smartphones make it a brave new world for parents.
All the same issues that you have on a computer, now you're carrying them around with you.
And for the kids who maybe need a little more surveillance, parents should know there are options.
Child accounts where you can actually set it up so you can find where the phone is. You can, you can see where the text messages are going to and from, calls to and from.
Most cell phone providers offer something like Verizon's Family Base. For $5 a month, parents can see a dashboard of their child's phone usage.
You have the option to immediately lock your kid's phone.
They also allow you to limit the amount of bandwidth that a child's using at any given time. And you can set time limits too. So for example, maybe you don't want them texting and doing stuff during the day during school. You can set those times off limits where that doesn't work.
If that's not enough, there are endless apps out there like My Mobile Watchdog, which features GPS tracking, monitoring of picture and text messages with instant alerts to your phone when any unauthorized contact occurs. Then there are apps out there like Flexi Spy, where you can turn on the phone's camera and microphone without the user's knowledge. Messino says that may lead parents to a discussion about their child's privacy.
There's apps out there that are really invasive. You can switch on the microphone, you can switch on the phone, you can track exactly where the phone goes 24 hours a day and retrace every movement.
For the Johnsons, it came down to trust and plenty of communication.
Even the most responsible kids need to be monitored because there's just so much out there that you don't want them to see.
A lot more difficult than the innocent days of picking out that first baseball glove. Now, Messino warns, be careful before you just download random apps. They could contain malware, which ultimately means those apps could be spying on your kids. The opposite, of course, of what you intended. And since there are a huge number of parental control apps out there, we posted an article, several of those that you can examine more closely, and you can find it at channel3000.com.
Very interesting. I'm still glad that I grew up before the internet, before smartphones, just a little bit.
Now we got to raise our kids in this world.
A lot of pressure.
It's scary out there.